Hello, and welcome to the first episode of SAP's Quest Dark Heresy Edition. So, what are we doing here? Well, the plan is to run a solo RPG campaign in the 40k setting using the Dark Heresy rule set. And to do that, the first thing we need is a character. So that's what this episode is going to be all about. It's going to be me sitting here and generating a character. We're going to do this as randomly as possible and see what we come up with. And yeah, that character is then going to go on adventures in the 40k universe. That's going to be interesting. So, without any further ado, let's go. So, on the left, we have the rulebook, and to the right, we have a character sheet that's writable to make it easier. So the first thing we're going to do is decide on our home world, and to do that, we'll roll a d100 and see what we get. So here's the roll. That's a 95, which would make us a Voidborn. Voidborn are weirdly lucky and strong-willed. Perfect if you want to play a Psyker or Scholastic character. Well, we don't know that yet, but we're gonna add Voidborn up here. So that's the first step. And then we're gonna scroll down here until we get to the, yeah, here we go. There's, I think, no, that's the Imperial World Voidborn. So there's a bunch of information about what the Voidborns are and how they live and things like that, but we're not gonna read through that now. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to Voidborn traits. The Voidborn gains the following traits. Record all of these on your character sheet. So we're gonna scroll down here to talents and traits, and the first thing we're gonna do is add Charmed. The Voidborn unconsciously channels the fickle powers of the warp, making them preternaturally lucky. The benefit is whenever you spend a fate point, though not if you burn one, roll a 1d10, and on a roll of a natural 9, you do not lose the fate point. So we're just going to add here, might not lose a fate point. And if it comes up, we can just go back to the rulebook and check it out so we don't forget what it does. Anyway, the next one is Ill-Omened. That doesn't sound too good. Ill-Omened. And what does that one do? Whether because of their strange looks, clannish ways, or unwholesome air, the Voidborn are shunned and mistrusted by most. In addition, the Voidborn are most likely to attract any negative attention that the party of acolytes creates. Accusations of curdling milk, disgruntled merchant children with handfuls of grok and so on. Okay, so the penalty is you take a -5 penalty on all fellowship tests. Oh, made to interact with non-Voidborn humans. Okay, yeah, that's good. Just for -5 fell to non-Voidborns. I can't spell to save my life. Wait. It was right. I don't know why it tells me it's not right. Okay, whatever. So yeah, we are Ill-Omened. That's great. Okay, so we also have Shipwise. I hope I am on a ship. So a Shipwise, birthed in the depths of spacefaring craft, the Voidborn have a natural affinity for such vehicles. The benefit is navigation stellar, int and pilot speechcraft, agility are basic skills for you. Okay, so let's write Shipwise some neat basic skills. We're gonna go up here to basic skills and we're gonna add it in here. Navigation stellar and pilot spacecraft. Oh, we should probably add that it's agility on that one. And what was it on this one? It was int. Okay. So there we go. That's the shipwise. And the final one is void accustomed. Okay. Accustomed. Due to their strange and unnatural childhood, the Voidborn are used to the vagaries of changing gravity. So the benefit is you are immune to space travel sickness. In addition, zero or low gravity environments are not considered difficult terrain for you. I'm just gonna write immune to low / zero grav. Yeah, that's fine. As I said, we can always go back to the rule book when we need to. So that's the traits we get from being a Voidborn, and that means we are ready to go into stage 2, generate characteristics. So to generate your characteristics, it's as easy as rolling 2d10 and add it to the basic stat. The basic stat depends on your homeworld. We can see down here. If you have a homeworld modifier, if you're an Imperial, it's just 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Everything's 20. If you're a Voidborn, strength is 15, because the Voidborns are not using their strength too much, I guess, on the ships with zero gravity and all that. But you also get a higher willpower, starting at 25 instead of 20. And then that makes sense again, because as we read before, Voidborns, they somehow have a higher willpower because of warp fuckery, I guess. So yeah, just rolling dice. So I think what we're gonna do, because we don't know what we're gonna play, so we're just gonna roll from top to bottom, starting at weapon skill and go all the way down to fellowship, just rolling and rolling and rolling. So first one is weapon skill. That's starting at 20 plus 2d10s. So that's a 6 and a 6. That's a 12. So that puts us at 32. I think that's okay. It says here that 26 to 35 is average. So I guess we're just average, which is fine. And ballistic skills is 20 again, plus 2d10s, a 3 and a 3, that's a 6, so that's 26. That's not great. I mean, this is average according to the table, but in truth, 26 is not very good. Well, anyway, strength, let's go with strength, and that's the one that starts at 15, so that's a bit sad. We get -5 to begin with, but yeah, here we go. That's a 9 and a 9, so that's 18. Oh, damn, 18 plus 15. Oh, math. 18 plus 15 would be 28. 33, I think. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. As I said, math, not my strong suit. Anyway, toughness is back to 20. So let's see what we get. That's a 10 and a 9, so that's 19. That's great. Okay, so what did I say? 19. Yeah, 19 plus 20 is 39. And agility. See what we get here. Oh, that's 2 10s. That's great. So we are at 40 in agility. Agility is good. Hopefully that will help me survive with dodging and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. And intelligence is 20 again. So that's a 9 and a 2. So 29, 31. It's pretty good roll so far, actually. It's not terrible. Where are we? Oh, perception. Yeah, right. Perception is 20 again. Oh, a 9 and a 4. We get a lot of 9s. Maybe that's good for the the charm later on. Anyway, 9 and a 4. That's 13 plus 20 is 33. Willpower is the one that we get 25 from, so yeah, let's go. An 8 and a 2. That's a 10 plus the 25 puts us at 35. So that's good. And fellowship. Right, we get the -5 when we interact with anything except for other non-void or except for voidborns because of the ill omened. So I'm just gonna remove 5 from the beginning. It will make it easier to keep track for me at least. So, well, 20 plus 2d10s, and we get an 8 and a 7. That's 15 plus 20 is 35, but we're gonna remove that 5, so 30. These are not terrible, but I said I could reroll 2 of them, I think. And if I didn't say it, I'm gonna say it now again. Because this is a solo RPG and I don't have a party or anything, I will allow myself to reroll 2. 2 of the less good rolls, and that would be the ballistic skill, for example. And which one is it? Yeah, intelligence. But okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I'm gonna cheat because I think it would be more fun to have weapon skill and ballistic skills. I think would that be more fun, or should I? Maybe I shouldn't cheat. Anyway, we know we're gonna re-roll the ballistic skill, so yeah, we're gonna do that one. So here we go. Oh, that's a lot better. That's 2 9s. So we're back to the 9s. I really hope this is gonna help with my charm later on. But 2 9s, that makes it an 18 plus the 20, so that's 38. All of a sudden, he's a lot better at shooting stuff. And it was the intelligence, right? Yeah, so we're not gonna cheat. Okay, fine, I'm not gonna cheat. Let's re-roll the intelligence. Intelligence was 20, yes. 2d10s plus 20. Here we go. A 4 and a 7. So that's 11 plus 20 is 31. So it's the same. Okay, never mind. We're gonna stay with the 31 on the intelligence. I'm not gonna re-roll that one more time because I think that would be double cheating. So yeah, that means that we are done with stage 2, which means we can go to stage 3. Stage 3, determine career path. So we have a couple of options here. Normally you just pick one, but we're gonna go the randomized way, so we're not gonna pick. Anyway, the career paths are Adept, Arbitrator, Assassin, Cleric, Guardsman, Imperial Psyker, Scum, and Tech Priest. However, as we can see here on the Voidborn, we can't be a Guardsman. But we're not too sad about that, I think. Anyway, normally, as I said, you can just pick one, but we're gonna roll on the Voidborn chart here. A D100, yeah, and see what we get. So that's a 22. 22 should be here, which makes us an assassin. So we're gonna write this down here. Assassins are pretty good at killing stuff and pretty good at dodging away and things like that. So let's go down here. C. Assassins are skilled killers adept at getting close to a target and ending their days. Some are cold-blooded executioners that revel in bloodshed, while others are consummate professionals who take great pride in their art. Whatever their motivations, they represent some of the most dangerous men and women of the Inquisition, each one a finely honed tool of murder. So we have quite the thing to live up to here. But I think we're gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. We are playing an assassin, a Voidborn assassin to be more exact. So let's go with the starting skills and see what we get. So for starting skills, we have Speak Language Low Gothic. Skill means that we don't get any penalties for using it, so that's good. We can speak to people. Awareness is perception, and our perception is pretty good on a 33. So yeah, can't complain too much about that. And we also have dodge. As I said, the assassins are good at dodging. That's basically their survival mechanic, because they usually don't have that much armor and they don't have that much HP either. They're basically glass cannons, which suits me fine. It's gonna be interesting to survive in the grimdark future of the 41st millennium, but here we are. So that's the starting skills. Let's go to starting talents. Okay, so starting talents is melee weapon training primitive. So we're gonna go with that. And primitive means, if I remember correctly, it's like knives and swords and axes and things like that. It does not include chain swords or power swords or anything like that, because then you need a melee weapon training for specifically for those, like chain and power, and I think there is a couple of others, but I don't remember at the top of my head right now. So yeah, we have primitive melee weapon training, and we can choose if we want ambidextrous or unremarkable. I'm gonna go with ambidextrous. That's ambidextrous. Ugh. Okay, so basically what that means, if I remember correctly, is that you don't get any penalties for using your offhand. So if you have two weapons and you hit with both of them, you don't get any penalties. So yeah, I want that. Now, we can choose between thrown weapons training or pistol training las. And I think we're gonna go with the pistol training here. With the las. Yeah, I think that's better. Get a little bit more range than you would get from the thrown weapons training. It depends. I could go the route of a different kind of assassin. There are like the Moritat assassins that only uses close combat, which is great because you get to add your strength bonus when you hit stuff. But we can also see that we have a ballistic skill and weapon skill that's pretty close together. So I don't know, maybe if I want to go the Moritat way or not. I'll have to think about that. For now, we're just going to follow the instructions here, and we can go through that later on if we want to take a special starting pack that you can do. It costs some experience points to get that, but for now, we're going to go with the pistol training las. And yeah, and then we can change later on if we want. Anyway, basic weapon training SP. So we're gonna go with basic SP, and we also got the pistol. I think it was, yeah, pistol training SP. SP is solid projectiles, by the way. So regular weapons, black powder weapons, I guess. So yeah, starting gear. Shotgun and 12 shells, or a hunting rifle and 16 rounds, or an autogun and 1 clip. Oh, I don't know. I don't know which one is the better one to take here. Autogun, hunting rifle, or shotgun. Shotguns are extremely powerful close up. If you go into melee and use a shotgun, you can get insane amounts of damage, but that also means that you are in close combat. Hunting rifle has a good range, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a hunting rifle, so yeah, good range. So that's an option if you want to stay far back and get off a few shots before the enemy approaches and gets into melee with you. And the auto gun, I'm not really sure what that one does. I'm guessing it's somewhere in between the hunting rifle and the shotgun. They're both. I think all of them are solid projectiles though. So I guess we're gonna go with the hunting rifle and the 16 rounds, and maybe we can purchase a shotgun or an autogun later. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go with the hunting rifle. Hunting rifle with 16 bullets. I'm gonna put them on clip, but yeah. And we're also gonna check later on the class and damage and penetration and range and rates of fire and all those nice things. And special rules. Special rules are important. But we're gonna go with that later. Now, next step, we have a sword. Wait, we have a sword and a knife. Okay. All right. Sword and knife. We're going to go through that as well with damage and class and type and all that. I'm probably going to do that off camera. Because I don't think we need to sit through as I go through all that. So yeah, we're going to do that off camera later on. Now, next step, we have a compact las pistol and 1 charge pack or 10 throwing knives. Yeah, we're gonna go with the last because we picked the last training with the pistols. So we're gonna go with compact. What was it called? Compact las pistol. With 1 charge pack. We're gonna put that on clip as well. I think I just changed the scene there for a second, but I fixed it. Yeah. So that's that. We have 3 doses of stim. We place them here on the gear. 3 doses of stim, which is, I think it's I don't remember if it's a battle drug or if it's a healing drug. I have to check that later. We have a charm of corpse hair. I don't know why. I don't think it does anything mechanically. It's just one of those things assassins have with them. Yeah, it's a charm. So I don't know. Okay, anyway, and we also have a black body glove of common quality. I don't think it gives any armor, but I don't know. I'm gonna check this as well. But again, I will do that off camera. And our starting rank is a Celestial. Celestial, not steel, steel. Yeah, and we can go to career paths on page 56 here, and we are Celestial, and this is, we can do, this one, we can do upgrades and purchase for experience points. I have to check how many experience points you start with, because I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that in my head. So I'm gonna check that and I will come back to you. So the break I thought I needed, turns out I didn't need it. if I just scroll down a little bit, I would get to stage 4, which is spend experience points and buy equipment and things like that. So yeah, I didn't really need it. Anyway, first thing we're gonna do here on stage 4 is wounds. So it's a D10 or a D5, but it's a D10 divided by 2, rounded up, I think. Plus the modifier, which for Voidborns are a 6, which is terrible, but we're gonna see what we get. That's a 9, so that would be a 5 plus the 6 would be 11. So there we go. Fate points. Let's see what we get. That's a 10, which would give us a 3. That's good. 3 fate points are not terrible, so we're gonna be happy with that. Movement, there's a table here, and it's already filled in here, so we're just gonna go with that. Starting wealth, there should be a table here. So we're an assassin, which is 120 plus 3d10. I hate this part. I can't count for shits. So, well, we're gonna try. Here we go. It's an 8 and a 5, which is 13 plus 1 more d10. 13 plus 6 is 19 plus 120 is 139. 139, and monthly income is 139. So yeah, that's that. And then it's equipment. Player is evil, blah blah blah. You may buy additional weapons, armor, and gear from Chapter 5 Armory at the listed price. When buying items during character creation, players do not need to worry about the availability of items. So that's good. We're not going to do that right now. We would probably do that at a later stage. We're going to buy equipment. I think I need some armor. But before I'm going to buy anything, I'm going to find out what all my stuff do, or what damage they have and things like that, if there is any point of purchasing anything. I think there is some gear I would like to purchase though, like a rebreather and some other useful things, but for now we're gonna not worry about the equipment. I will take care of that a little bit later. So starting experience. Yep, you begin with 400 experience points. So I think I'm gonna go here and write that down, so I can start dealing with that. And quick player characters. I just want to see what this is. What does it say about assassin? Oh, they recommend you do a weapon skill advanced simple. So you get +5 to your weapon skill, which isn't terrible to have. And inquiry, they recommend, and they also recommend heightened senses and sound constitution. Sound constitution would put my wounds count up by 1, so that's not terrible. But I'm gonna go through the list and see what we get, because yeah, I think that's more fun. We need to go to chapter 2 career paths. We could go back to assassin here and just hit this and go to Celestial. Should we go with more weapon skills? Maybe climb could be good to have. Inquiry isn't terrible. Silent move could be good. Swim, catfall, heightened senses, pistol tray. Ooh, I don't know really what we're gonna go here. But I have 400. I think I'm gonna go with no, we're gonna go first. We're gonna go with silent move, and so we get that one, so I can sneak around a little bit. Silent move. So we have 300 left. Then we're gonna go. Oh, we should probably put it down here. Silent move. Next thing we're gonna go with is, I think we're gonna. It would be better at close combat, maybe. Strength with us should be pretty good, so we can get some extra bonus. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, I don't know. Well, we're gonna go with the agility. Yeah, we're gonna put the agility up by 5, so we put it at 45 because it costs 100 to go the first step. So that would put us at 200. We should also get the inquiry, maybe. Yep, we're gonna go with the inquiry as they recommended. So inquiry is fellowship, and we got 30 in that, so it's not terrible. Which means we have 100 points left. And I think we're gonna go with the... Oh, shit. I scrolled too far. I think we're gonna go with... I'm gonna go with ballistic skills. So it gives us a +5 on ballistic skills. So that would put it at 42. Yeah, 42. So yeah, that's all my points. So I have spent a total of 400 and I have 0 experience to use. Oh, and let's just delete it. Okay, so that's that. And let's go back to I don't remember. Maybe it was page 30. Yeah, page 30. Yeah, that concludes the for now at least. It concludes the 4th step. So we're gonna go to step 5. So the break is over, and during that break, a couple of things happened. First of all, I added all of the weapon profiles, and then I removed the agility upgrade, so we're back down to 42. And for those 100 experience points, I purchased the Sons of Dispater background pack. What that one does is basically giving us Intimidate, Common Lore Underworld, and Security as skills, so we have access to those. And it also removes my original sword and replaces that with a stub-automatic with a silencer and 2 clips. I've written 19, but that's the bullet, not the clips. So it's just easier for me to keep track of. What else did I do? Yeah, I purchased the monosword in case we get into close combat, and monosword is pretty good for that, at least in the beginning, until you can get other better stuff like power blades and things like that. And then I decided to cut myself a little bit of slack and decided that the Inquisition, or my Inquisitor, gifted me a couple of things, some items or gear. It's nothing big, nothing game breaking, it's just quality of life stuff that makes things easier. Those things are a backpack, a chrono, which is a clock, a respirator, a data slate for mission briefings and similar things, and a microbead that it's basically a walkie-talkie if I have some contacts on a planet or similar that needs to contact me, so I have a microbead. No armor, which could be dangerous, but we'll see. And yeah, I did consider giving myself some more experience points because the game is meant to be played in a group and I'm alone, so things might be a little bit more dangerous than it should, but we'll see. Maybe I give myself some more experience points than you would normally get from a mission. I don't know. Maybe we don't survive for long enough to even get any experience points, so there's no point in speculating. But yeah, this is the character. Ravian, the Voidborn Assassin. During the break, I also filled in the nature of Ravian. It's basically a couple of questions. We looked at it before, but it's a couple of questions about the character. Like you can see here, what is your personality? What will you sacrifice? And how did you meet your Inquisitor? I wrote all of the answers to these questions down on a separate document that I will post a link to in the description for those that are interested. And I also named the Inquisitor that Ravian is working for, and her name is Lady Inquisitor Lintilla. We don't know too much about her right now, but I think we're going to learn more about her during the course of the game. Well, that's it. We are done. We have the character, and we're ready to head out. I know this has been a long episode, approaching almost an hour or something like that. And I would like to thank everyone that's still around, that's been here all the way to the end. And I also have a request for you all. I would like you guys to write down a mission for Ravian to be sent out on by the Inquisition. It can be basically anything, someone that needs to be taken out, an artifact that needs to be recovered, or something completely different. I will leave this up to you guys. So write a short mission briefing or mission description in the comments, and I will pick one and go with that. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Leave a comment. It doesn't have to be a mission comment, but if it is, that's good. And I hope to see you all next time.